It is terrible governors pocketing local government funds. Buhari, welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. The president also narrated his own experience on the treatment of local government by some state government. President Muhammadu Buhari has flayed state governors for circumventing funds meant for local government, thereby inhibiting development and encouraging corruption at the grassroots. The president made his feelings known at a parley with members of a senior executive course, section number 44, 2022 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, on Thursday in Abuja. He narrated his personal experience on stemming the tide of corruption in the local government system after the presentation of the report of NIPSS Sec 44. Mr. Buhari listened to comment on the Course 44 presentation themed Strengthening Local Government in Nigeria, Challenges, Options and Opportunities by some members of the Federal Executive Council, FEC, who aired their personal views on enhancing the autonomy of local government. The president also narrated his own experience on the treatment of local government by some state government. I found it necessary to digress after reading my speech, and this digression is as a result of my personal experience. What they did, this is my personal experience. If the money from the federation account to the state is about 100 million, 50 million naira would be sent to the chairman, but they will sign that they receive 100 million. The governor will pocket the balance and share it with whoever he wants to share it with. And then the chairman of the local government must see how much he must pay in salaries to help with development. When he pays to help with development, when he pays the salaries of the big man, the balance he will put in his pocket. This is what is happening. This is Nigeria. It is a terrible thing. You cannot say the person who was doing this is not educated. Mr. Buhari urged office orders to be guided by their conscience and personal integrity wherever they find themselves. He pledged that the recommendation contained in the presentation of Sec 44 would be painstakingly studied by the government with view to implementing its recommendation. While declaring that his administration has done so much in building trust between the government and the people, the president noted that the report would largely assist in the provision of good governance to the people at the grass levels and by extension win back the trust in government. It is obvious that the government cannot afford to pay lip service to the recommendations contained in this report. I assure you that the report will be treated with the seriousness and urgency it deserves. Government will study the reports with a view to implementing the carefully detailed recommendations, he said. He commended the quality of the report, the commitment and the dedication that went into it, saying that the National Institute can always be trusted to deliver on very critical and sensitive assignments of national importance. He expressed delight that the Institute had been exceptional in handling several assignments. According to him, the current submission is a commendable improvement on the existing standards. The quality of the presentation and the confidence with which they were made strongly attest to the quality of training the participants received during the course. I congratulate you for justifying the confidence and trust reposed in each and every one of you by your respective nominations. I am also happy with the level of knowledge and discipline you have all openly demonstrated. I have been briefed of the rigorous training process you all underwent at Kuru. Your graduation, therefore, is well deserved, the president told the 89 participants of a senior executive course 44. He added that he was convinced that they are all now well equipped for the strategic task, increased responsibilities and positions of authority of trust. I challenge you to go back into your various establishment, unit, post, bits, departments, directorate, ministries, parastatals, commissions, commands, agencies to revitalize, reinvigorate, reform, and rejig your various platforms and spheres of influence, responsibility, and leadership, he said. After listening to some demands by the leadership of NIPSS NIPS, Buhari promised to look into some of the challenges facing the institute, adding that no government establishment exists without challenges. According to the president, his administration is poised to complete the review and passage of the NIPS Establishment Act and Condition of Service before handover in May 2023. To this extent, the President directed the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Office of the Head of Service of the Federation to take all necessary steps to its actualization. In his remarks, the Director General of NIPS, NIPSS, Professor Ayo Omotayo, said the course participants undertook study tours of 14 states of the Federation, 6 African countries and 6 countries outside Africa. This enabled them to have both international perspective on local government, how to overcome challenges in achieving it, identify the available opportunities to strengthen it, and develop workable options to be considered by the government in strengthening local government, he said. Now let me say this. You see this issue of giving the money to local government. I do not know why the money is not given directly to the local government. Do you know why? I found out something 2 days ago, and believe me, I was like, oh no, this country is in a mess. I keep saying, remember when I told you that, you see this country, our Nigeria is in a mess, but the mess we're in is man-made. It's not something like that is so difficult that, we need God intervention. It is just for people to stop being greedy. You see, I sat down and we're having this political discussion where, the way the government is behaving. And I was like, don't be surprised that really the way this government come out and say they tried, that if this man leaves, that's a certain precedent. We may find out that this man actually tried. But the thing is, the project he feels at the executive level, at the national level, he has done and dusted. At the state level, they pocketed the funds. So the people at the down, that's we the electorates, we did not feel the change. Yes, and somebody gave me a perfect example of how a certain contractor was contracted for a road. He was given the contract, okay, do this road, and the budget for the road was 100 million. It's not like he added his own, no, it's not like he padded 100 million. Now, he was paid 100 million, the contractor. They paid him that 100 million then. He said it was not up to about 30 minutes or about that same day he was paid that money. They called him and said, "Oga, how far?" They're going to send an account number. This thing I'm telling you, I heard it from somebody. We're having this political discussion, how can Nigeria be better and all of that. So they told me they called him and said they will send him an account number he is going to pay 50 million naira to. And it was like 50 million naira, how? That even the 100 million naira is not even going to be. He has to manage it, to utilize, to make sure it comes out well. And the person was like, which road, which money? That he should pay, that they're going to send him the account number. That if not, if he does not send the money, that road that they assign that project every year to contractors. Imagine. Every year they assign money to that route. I mean, that is every electoral period. You understand now? That you should just, you 10, 15 million, then 15 million, you should settle his people, and then you can do whatever you want to do with it. They are even the one advising him not to work. This is where what I've said before, that it is because people that receive money that is not their own, if they will not relieve their line in the Ministry of Works, another person does not leave his own line in the Ministry of Health, another person does not leave his own line in the Ministry of Transportation. All this, if everybody hands up, say, okay, I don't milk enough, we'll see Nigeria get better. Meaning, the executive might be working, but these people at the middle line, they will not allow the works reflect in the lives of the electorate. Nigerians, so that is why I'm saying of the opinion, we should make sure at each level we put in people who are competent and has the hunger to make Nigeria great again. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.